Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Roll Tide 99 YouTube channel. Tonight, it is round one of the college football playoffs. Glad you can join me on the channel tonight for the play-by-play call of this game between the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oklahoma Sooners. Rematch of the third to last week of the regular season. Alabama comes into the game with a record of 10-3. Losses to Florida and in the SEC championship game against Georgia. Oklahoma comes into the game on the hand with a record of 10-2. Big stat of the night is that Alabama has not lost to the same opponent twice since the 1800s. Alabama lost the first meeting between these two teams. And it also is notable that rematches involving Alabama almost always seem to go the other way from what they did in the regular season. Georgia, and both of the times against Georgia, and in 2011 when Alabama lost to LSU in the regular season, but then beat LSU for the national championship. Also worth noting that Alabama won by 3 over Georgia in the regular season at their own stadium and then lost in a neutral site. Reason why I bring that up? Oklahoma beat Alabama in their own home state, in Alabama's home stadium. This rematch is in Oklahoma's own stadium. Alabama's also been known to play better on the road this year against ranked teams than any other team in CFP or CFB. Alabama is very comfortable on the road against ranked teams this year. Oklahoma also has not looked well on offense. The stat and the score line from the original game was deceiving because almost all of Oklahoma's scoring drives started in Alabama territory because of mistakes made by Alabama, which is going to be the key for tonight's game for Alabama, is to correct those mistakes made in the last game. Of course, you also have to stop the mobile quarterback in the form of John Mateer, and you have to find some way to drown out the noise of the seemingly very electric Oklahoma crowd. I don't know if you watched College Game Day before this game, but the crowd was extremely electric tonight in Norman, Oklahoma. So it looks like Alabama is going to have to drown out probably the rowdiest crowd they've drowned out all year. Only home environment that seems to have had more noise was Georgia in week 5, which Alabama did manage to successfully drown out. Let's see if Alabama can drown them out this time around. Much has been made of the struggles Alabama has had against Oklahoma. However, it must be noted that the one victory Alabama has had over Oklahoma in this side of the millennium was in the college football playoff. That happened in 2018. That in the college football playoff was only 4 teams. Alabama won over Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. This is the second meeting all time in the playoffs between Alabama and Oklahoma. While there's a break in the action and we're waiting for kickoff, I will share the stream out in a couple places. So give me a second to share it out in a couple of places. While we wait for the kickoff here from Norman, Oklahoma, where Alabama has met its weakness. They were interviewing Coach Kalen DeBoer, who's wearing the same version of the black hoodie that he was wearing in the Auburn game. So maybe it's the new black hoodie of death that Kalen DeBoer is wearing right now. Much has been made of possibly him going to Michigan, but for now, all that talk has been shut down. Also notable that Kalen DeBoer this year has been no stranger to new coaching rumors. It was rumored he was linked to the Penn State job, but he turned it down forcefully. Notable players that haven't played for a while are coming back, especially Josh Cuevas, expected to be limited but available for tonight's game. Crimson Tide won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. They will receive the second half kickoff. Oklahoma will go on offense first. Well, hello, record VR 77. Oklahoma set to receive the kickoff. Talty to kick. Opening kickoff is in the air. Received by Oklahoma at around their own 3-yard line. 1st and 10 Sooners. I am doing good. Thank you very much for asking. John Mateer, yards per game has gone down for his passing game prior to his surgery. Let's see if Alabama can find a way to neutralize him. Sooners take possession at their own 25-yard line, so they basically acted as though it was a touchback on the fair catch. Mateer in shotgun. Fakes a handoff, looking for somebody to throw to, gets rushed, scrambles out, and is stopped for a loss of about half a yard on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Sooners. Defensive strategy seems to be to take away Mateer's throwing options, to either force him to scramble or throw into bad lanes. Mateer in shotgun. Hands it off to number 6, who gets about a 5-yard gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 5 for the Sooners. Officially ruled 3rd and 6 for the Sooners, so make it about a 4-yard gain on the play rather than a 5-yard gain. Here you go, 3rd and 6. Mateer in the shotgun. Oklahoma only 39% on 3rd down this season. Mateer looks to throw. Confusion, but it's ruled a complete pass for a 1st down for the Sooners. See what happened on the replay. Clear catch inside the bounds. Clear catch, 1st down, Sooners. Alabama on top, hopefully. Here we go, 1st and 10. Mateer in shotgun. Hands it off again to number 6. Had a big hole. Luckily, the Alabama secondary was able to close in on him, but not before. A gain about 7 on the play brings up 2nd and 3 for the Sooners. Oklahoma going quickly to the line. Mateer took the snap and shotgun. Dives for a gain of about 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 2 for the Sooners. Ball looked like it came out late there, but they're ruling Mateer. Either ruling Mateer was down before it came out, or that Mateer recovered his own fumble. Oh, that looked like it was punched out. So let's see. Did Mattia recover his own fumble? Mattia recovered his own fumble. 3rd and 2. Yeah, go ahead. A lot of motion on the line there. 3rd and 2. Mattia all by himself in the shotgun. Looks for a quarterback sneak. Gets the first down and some. Gain of about 6 on the play. 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Alabama struggling so far to get the Sooners off the field on 3rd down. See if it'll come back to bite Alabama later on in the game. First and 10. Mattia in shotgun. Scrambles out and looks to throw. Broken up right at the last second. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10 for the Sooners. Mattia was hit as he threw. Tried to get it to a man, but an Alabama defender got there just in time to break it up. Second and 10. Worth noting that at some point, Oklahoma crossed in Alabama territory. 2nd and 10. Mattia in shotgun. Hands it off to number 6, who is immediately stuffed up. Maybe gains about a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Sooners. This is the most yards Oklahoma has had to gain on 3rd down so far in the game. See if Alabama can finally force Oklahoma off the field. Worth noting that in the first meeting, Oklahoma was 3 of 13 on 3rd down. So far, Oklahoma has already gotten 2 first downs on 3rd down. Mattia takes the snap, looks to throw. Receiver slipped somewhere along the route. I don't know if there's a miscommunication there or what, but it falls incomplete. Brings up 4th and 10 and a likely punting situation for the Sooners. Tried to get it to his running back, number 6, but he slipped somewhere on the play. So now Oklahoma forced to punt. Promising start for Oklahoma to the game, but fizzled out after the 2nd first down. So the Alabama defense, we know in this game, can defend the run very well. Now the question is, can the Alabama offense get clicking against this pretty poor, or I should say actually rather stout, Oklahoma defense? The weakness in the game against Georgia was the offense, although you can argue that the whole team was a weakness against Georgia. Can Ty Simpson and the Alabama offense get things going? Most importantly, can the Alabama offense remain mistake-free? Does this sound familiar? Does this sound familiar from Alabama's team? Allow a big punt return that sets the team up deep in Alabama territory, and 3 plays later, they got a field goal. A pick 6 in the first quarter. A fumbled punt return that sets the team up at the Alabama 30. And then 3 plays later, they're in the end zone. A fumble in Alabama-owned territory sets the team up in Alabama territory. Did that sound familiar? If it did, then congratulations. You guessed what happened in the last meeting Alabama had against Oklahoma this season. Who's JJK? I do not know who that is. Alabama has to remain stake free. If we remain mistake free in this game, we solve 90% of what went wrong in the first game. And we're 90% of the way to winning the game. But if we make mistakes, Oklahoma's going to take advantage of it. Oklahoma, they may not be. It's an anime. I don't really watch anime. Oklahoma's a team that if you give them opportunities, they will take advantage. So Alabama here, starting with this drive, Ty Simpson cannot have an interception. And we cannot, especially since we're in our own territory. I don't know where the ball was spotted. Looks like it was spotted somewhere around the Alabama 10-yard line. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line of Alabama. Simpson in shotgun. Hands it off to Hill. Gains only about a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd and 9 for Alabama. Hill tried to get it up the middle, but the hole closed up immediately. It would be interesting to see, especially with Jam Miller back, it will be interesting to see if Alabama tries to rely on its run game a lot, or if they try to get more throws out for Simpson. Simpson by himself in the shotgun, Simpson in the shotgun, but now Hill comes to join him. Fake handoff, throws it for about a gain of about 3 on the play to Horton. Brings up about 3rd and 6 for Alabama. Simpson looks like he just saw the snap in time to get it. Officially ruled 3rd and 5 for Alabama. Here he goes, Simpson in the shotgun. Alabama, one of the best teams in the nation on 3rd down. Takes the snap, throws it out, incomplete, intended for Horton, but he couldn't corral it in. Brings up 4th and 5 in a punting situation for Alabama. Looked like Simpson was forced into a throw before he wanted to, and it hit Horton in the hands. But by that point, number 4 for the Sooners defense just closed in right on Horton. Both teams so far forced to punt. Both teams so far forced to punt on their first possession. Punt is in the air. Alabama downs it right around the Oklahoma 40-yard line. And now we're at a commercial break. With still no score in this game between Alabama and Oklahoma. Looks, if the first 2 drives are any indication, this is going to be a struggle of the defenses. Again, this is round 1 of the playoffs. Winner of this game will take on Indiana, who is the number 1 ranked team in the playoffs. Other notable games taking place in the playoffs: James Madison versus Oregon, Ole Miss versus Tulane, and the game that I think most people are looking forward to other than this game, Miami versus Texas A&M. Still waiting for this game to come back from commercial break. Sorry, there was a loud vehicle in the background that sounded like a motorcycle. You live in a country area like me, you hear a lot of vehicles that sound more like motorcycles. Yeah, there's a reason Indiana is undefeated right now. Camera focusing a lot on the Oklahoma legends. Here we are back from commercial break. Sooners have it 1st and 10. Ball right around their own 42-yard line. Sign in the crowd had the Texas logo upside down. I'm like, dude, you're not facing Texas. You're facing Alabama. Here we go. Mateer in shotgun. Tosses it out to number 6. Gains only about 2 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Sooners. Second and 8, Mateer in shotgun. Looking to go on a quick snap, but failed miserably. Now takes a snap, looking to throw. Completes it to his tight end for a gain of about 20 on the play. 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Tight end was wide open on the play. '84 of the Sooners, Carter, was the man who made the reception on the play. Here we are, 1st and 10. Ball at the 36-yard line. Mateer in shotgun. Fakes a handoff. Now looks to throw. Tough, good break there for Alabama. Mateer had a man wide open and threw it to him, but well overthrew him. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Sooners instead of what looked like it would have been a touchdown. But either Mateer threw it too far or the receiver didn't go far enough. 2nd and 10 from the Alabama 36-yard line. Mateer in shotgun. Looks to run it. Gains about a 12 on the play. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Defense looking for a flag, but not going to get it. Alabama has one of the best red zone defenses. So let's see if that comes into play here. Here we go. 1st and 10, Mateer in shotgun. Tried to hand it off to his running back, but he lost about a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd and 11 for the Sooners. Second and 10, Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw. Is being chased. And then he just throws it away, but it was out of the tackle box, so they're not going to call intentional grounding on the play. Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Sooners. brought that up because there was some Alabama players looking for an intentional grounding flag, but it was clear he was out the tackle box. Third and 10. Matier takes a snap, throws it out to number 24. Breaks the tackle, gets the first down. Finally, he gets forced out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. Brings up first and goal for the Sooners. Had a chance to bring him down before the first down, but number 1 whiffed on a shoestring tackle. Instead, he's going to bring it to around the 5-yard line for first and goal. Looks like he might have stepped out somewhere more around the 8-yard line. And then mark him around the 8.5-yard line. First and goal, Matier and shotgun. Touchdown, Sooners. Matier almost untouched into the end zone. And Oklahoma's going to strike first in this playoff meeting on an 8-yard touchdown run by Matier. Extra point attempt is good. With 5:29 left to go in the first quarter, to score Oklahoma 7, Alabama 0. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to make me another drink. Be back before the next drive resumes. What, brother? Where art thou? I'm in my own living room streaming the game. What do you think? Where do you think I'm at? All right, here we go. Back for commercial break. Oklahoma lined up for the kickoff after the touchdown. Kickoff is in the air. Fielded in the end zone. Returned to about the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide, which is where Alabama will start their drive. Returned by Horton from the back of the end zone. First and 10, Crimson Tide. Simpson in the shotgun. Sacked from behind. Loss of about 7 on the play. I think Simpson thought he might have had a free play but they ruled nobody jumped off sides. Brings up 2nd and 18 for the Crimson Tide. Here we go. Simpson in shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Throws it out to Cuevas. Cuevas looks like he gained most of the yards back that was lost on the previous play. Brings up 3rd and about 11 for the Crimson Tide. Officially ruled 3rd and 10. Simpson in shotgun. Timeout, Crimson Tide. Not what you wanted to do if you're DeBoer and the Crimson Tide, taking a timeout. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter to score. Oklahoma 7, Alabama 0. So far for this game, Alabama offense not really able to get anything going. Some adjustments on offense will need to be made quickly if Alabama's to have a hope of winning this game. And you gotta find a way to get Oklahoma's offense off the field. Did a good job of it on the first drive, but they completely got away from you on that second drive. You have an opportunity to make up for it here once we come back for commercial break on Oklahoma's third drive of the game. Here we go, back from the commercial break. 3rd and 10. Simpson in shotgun. Looks to throw. Throws it out. Incomplete. Was looking for a flag. Not going to get it. Brings up 4th and 10 for the Crimson Tide. I don't know. It did look like the Oklahoma player nipped at the heels of the receiver, but they're ruling he couldn't catch it in time. Here's a punting situation. Punt is in the air. Fair caught in Oklahoma territory. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Ball at around the Alabama 46-yard line. I know a lot of people are going to try to pin that on Dowd, but it's difficult to punt it really far if you're backed up deep in your own territory. Oh, crap. Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw. Completes it to number 12. Gain of about 8 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 2 for the Sooners. Mateer hands it off. Number 6 gets about 3 yards, but it's enough for the first down, Sooners. First and 10, Mateer in shotgun. Hands it off to number 6. Gains about 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Sooners. Oklahoma literally has a player whose last name is Kayak. That's weird. Second and 5. Officially ruled 2nd and 4. Mateer in shotgun. Pitches out to number 6 on the play. Gains about 2 on the play, brings up 2nd and 2 for the Sooners. A flag flew after the play was over. Indication is that it's an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Sooners. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Sooners. I don't know why Oklahoma is booing and Brent Venables is chewing the ref out because clearly, oh yeah, shoved him after the play was over. Why is anybody even questioning the damn thing? Unless he's yelling at his player. But if he was yelling at the ref, seriously, it's right in front of your eyes, and you bitching that it was called on you. Anyway, Mateer in shotgun throws it out in the flat to number 5. Gains about 11 on the play. Brings up 4th and 8 for the Sooners. Is Oklahoma going for it? No, they're kicking. Tate Sandell on to kick the field goal from 55 yards out. Kick is good. With 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter, the score Oklahoma 10, Alabama 0. Come on, Alabama, where the heck are you? Get your act together. I mean, you're doing somewhat well defensively, despite what the score might say. But your offense needs to wake up quickly. Otherwise, you're in for a terrible game. Your offense is playing anemic. You played anemic in the SEC title game, and now you're playing anemic here. Kickoff is in the air. Fair called at the 6-yard line, which will move it up to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Crimson Tide. Excuse me. First and 10. Simpson in shotgun. Hands it off to Miller. Miller gain of about 8 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 2 for the Crimson Tide. Why is the offense going with no urgency here? Simpson under center. Hands it off to Miller. Miller tripped up at the line of scrimmage, brings up 3rd and 3 for the Crimson Tide. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter, the score, Oklahoma 10, Alabama 0. We got to wake up. Yeah. Got to wake up or our season is over with this game. Are you typing in German again? Here we go. Back for commercial break out to the quarter break. Damn it, almost knocked my drink over. Third and 3, Simpson and shotgun. Throws it out. Incomplete. Horton looking for a flag. He was clearly being held on the play, but the ref is not going to throw the flag. What a joke of a game so far from Alabama. They look horrible. Stole the words out of my mouth, Mr. Goat. That's right, Ken Laborde. Shoo out that ref. Clearly missed the damn flag, and you're not going to throw the damn flag when he's clearly being held from behind. Here we go. Now we have to punt again. Just freaking perfect. In the freaking playoffs. And of course he shanks the punt. First and 10 Oklahoma from the Alabama 40-yard, from the Oklahoma 40-yard line. And look, I normally don't blame refs, but that was a clear hold from behind. and you're just not going to throw the damn flag, like, and right in front of an official's face too. Yes, I am checking. Okay, I missed whatever the heck happened on that play there, but apparently it was good. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Sooners. Incomplete pass there. Oklahoma fans wanted a flag, like they didn't just see the ref's not going to throw a flag for pass interference. Yes, I agree. The ref is dumb. Here we go. Mateer in shotgun, 2nd and 10. Hands it off to number 24. Gain of about 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Sooners. Mateer in shotgun. Mateer looking to throw. Incomplete pass. Okay, you need to Kalen DeBoer, throw the challenge flag right now. Yeah, clearly he did not have possession right there. His feet are not in bounds. That's incomplete. Feet clearly not on the ground. That should be 4th down. Okay, finally, they actually review it when they need to. Because clearly his feet are not on the ground by the time he actually catches the damn thing. And the ball's not in bounds either. So I don't know why it matters if the feet are in bounds. All right. So rule during replay, I mute the mic. That way I can hear what's going on in the replay. So I'm going to mute the mic until the official ruling comes. You have to be freaking kidding me. They ruled it a catch. Clearly he's not inbounds, but you're going to rule it a catch. I knew we had to beat Oklahoma and the crowd. I didn't know we had to beat the refs as well. First and 10, Mateer and shotgun. Looks to throw. Throws it complete for a 1st down and 10 for the Sooners. And of course they missed the damn holding. Clearly grabbed him by the shoulder pads. Mateer hands it off. Loss of about 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and about 3 for the Sooners. 2nd and 13, I should say. Officially ruled 2nd and 11 for the Sooners. Throws it out to the flat to number 4, gain of about 5 on the play, brings up 3rd and 6 for the Sooners. And as long as the Sooners don't gain 7 yards, we're good. Third and 5 officially ruled. Materin shotgun. Looks to throw. Completes it to his tight end number 88. Brings up 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. It's here. Touchdown Sooners. Extra point is good. 10:51 left to go in the second quarter. The score: Oklahoma 17, Alabama 0. Oh shit. Be right back. I need another drink. Okay, apparently I missed something because it's 2nd and 10, Alabama. Simpson and shotgun. Throws out to number 17, Brooks. Gains about 5 on the play. Brings up about 3rd and 5 for the Crimson Tide. Third and 5, Simpson and shotgun. Snap the ball. Snaps it. Completes it to Brooks. Gets the first down and some. Finally, a freaking first down for Alabama. Why can we play like that all first half? I do not fucking know. But finally, a first down. Brooks makes a catch. Alabama on the plus side of the territory. First time all game from the Oklahoma 41-yard line. Simpson in shotgun. Looking to throw. No, incomplete. Luckily, Cuevas was in the area. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Simpson in shotgun. Snap the damn ball. Now we have to. Oh, wait. Luckily, we got off just in time. Throws it to Cuevas. Cuevas gets the first down and some to about the Oklahoma 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Crimson Tide. Simpson takes a snap, throws it. Incomplete, intended for Cuevas. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Crimson Tide. 289 subscribers. I'm proud of that. Hopefully, by the end of the national championship game, I have about 300. Can we make that a challenge on this channel? Get us to 300 subscribers by the time the national championship game is played? Here we are, 2nd and 10. Simpson and shotgun. Hands it off to Miller. Miller. Gain of about 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Sooners. No, I'm sorry. 3rd and 6 for the Crimson Tide. Third and 6. Simpson and shotgun. Throws it out. Caught by Bernard, but short 2 yards of the first down. Brings up 4th and 2 for the Crimson Tide and crunch time for DeBoer. Does he go for it? Or does he send out his field goal unit? Looks, at least for now, like he's going for it. Simpson throws out to Brooks, caught, gets the first out, touchdown! Crimson Tide! I'm probably going to botch his first name, but Lotsier Brooks gets the touchdown off the pass from Simpson. Why did I almost call Simpson the Boar? Finally, the Alabama offense shows some signs of a pulse. Now let's see if the Alabama defense can show some signs of a pulse. Extra point attempt is good. With 6:52 left to go in the second quarter, the score, Oklahoma 17, Alabama 7. All right. Since it's going to a commercial break, I'm going to go ahead and take a bathroom break. All right, I'm back with the game side commercial break. Back from commercial break, Alabama lined up for kickoff. Talty on the kickoff. Kickoff is in the air. Goes out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Oklahoma will take possession at their own 25-yard line. Alabama's defense has to be better than this if they want to go far in the playoffs. Shit, we got to be better than this if we want to win the first round game. What are you talking about? First and 10, Mateer and shotgun. First out to number 4. Gets a first down and some. Gets it out to around the Oklahoma 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Sooners. All right, Mateer in shotgun. Takes a snap. Runs for a gain of about 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Sooners. Officially ruled 2nd and 6 for the Sooners. Mateer in shotgun took the snap. Completes it to number 11 for a gain of about 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Sooners. Third and 3. Mateer in shotgun. Takes a snap. Looks to throw. Oh, shit. He escaped. Throws it out. Thank goodness he dropped it. Pass was intended for number 24, Robinson, on the play, but he could not hang on to the ball. Mateer escaped the sack from an Alabama cornerback, which left the wide receiver right open, number 24. But thank goodness he dropped the damn ball. Otherwise, Alabama was screwed on that play right there. Instead, it brings up 4th and 3 for the Sooners. Delay of game against the Sooners, I assume. Yep. Brings up 4th and 8 for the Sooners. Worth noting, Alabama will receive the ball at the beginning of the second half. So if Alabama can score here, they would have the opportunity to take the lead on the first. What the hell? Good. Good. Oklahoma's punter mishandled the snap, dropped the punt before he could even kick the damn thing, which allowed an Alabama lineman to block what would have been the attempted punt and recover the fumble. So Alabama will have the ball in their own territory with the opportunity to score here. Simpson takes a snap, throws it out, completes it. Trying to see who the number was. It was Horton, number 1 on the play for this. Crimson Tide brings up 1st and 10. First and 10. Ball at the Oklahoma 16-yard line. Simpson in shotgun. Sacked with no. Where in the hell was the Alabama offensive line on that play? Brings up 2nd and 15 for the Crimson Tide. Fisher rules 2nd and 17. Simpson in shotgun. Throws out to Horton. Horton. Gain of about 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 12 for the Crimson Tide. Third and 11 officially for the Crimson Tide. Simpson in shotgun. Incomplete. 4th and 11 for the Crimson Tide. Tolteon to kick the field goal. Kick narrowly gets in. With 2:08 left to go in the second quarter, the score Oklahoma 17, Alabama 10. Give me a commercial break. Sorry if you heard something fall on the hardwood floor. I knocked my phone over. Here we go. Kickoff is in the air. Goes out the back of the end zone. First and 10 for the Sooners from their own 25-yard line. Mateer in shotgun. Hands it off to number 6. No, he took it himself. Gains only about 2 on the play. And I assume, yep, brings us to the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. The score, Oklahoma 17, Alabama 10. Here we are back from commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Second and 8 on the play. Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw. Completing the first down to number 84. Right around the midfield stripe. First and 10 for the Sooners. 84 Carter was the receiver on the play. First and 10, Mateer and shotgun. Looks to throw. Sacked for about a 5-yard loss on the play. Brings up second and 15 for the Sooners. Alabama took a timeout on the play. Intercepted by Alabama. Number 2 might return it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And just like that, in the second quarter, in less than a quarter, we go from down 17 to tied ball game. Mateer was the last person who had a shot at that thing. He fell down completely. Xavier Brown returned it 17-17. Kickoff goes out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second interception return for a touchdown this season is Savion Brown. Mateer and shotgun. Batted off at the line and incomplete. Second and 10 for the Sooners. I really got to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry. Here we go. I missed a lot of action here, but here we go. Ball at the 47-yard line of Oklahoma. It's here in shotgun. Incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Sooners. Second and 7. Mateer in shotgun. Sacked for a loss of 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Sooners. Here we go. 3rd and 10. Oklahoma calls the timeout. Here we go. 3rd and 10. Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw. Completes it out to number 6. But he's tackled short of the line of game with 5 seconds left to go inbounds. Brings up 4th down, and that's going to bring it into the second half. Bring it into the first half. Score Alabama 17, Oklahoma 17. I'm going to take a halftime break, record the halftime video, and I'll be back. Start of the second half here between Alabama and Oklahoma. Alabama set to receive the second half kickoff. Second half kickoff is in the air. Fair call at the 5-yard line. We're bringing it out to the to the Oklahoma 20. Blah, blah. Bring it out to the Alabama 25-yard line. First and 10, the Crimson Tide. Here we go. First and 10 from the Alabama 25-yard line. Simpson under center. Throws it out to Bernard. Bernard makes a man miss. Gets the first down plus a couple yards. Brings up first and 10, Crimson Tide. Ball came out, but they're ruling Bernard was down before the ball came out. And, yep, looks like there was the right call. Finally, the refs get the right call. Yep. Bernard's knee was down before the ball even made a motion. Here we go. First and 10. Simpson and shotgun. Throws out to Horton. Horton gets about a 6-yard gain on the play. Brings up second and 4 for the Crimson Tide. Second and 6. Simpson and shotgun. Simpson takes a snap. Throws out incomplete. Intended for Horton, but incomplete. Brings up third and 6 for the Crimson Tide. Third and 6. Simpson and shotgun. Surprised the flag didn't fly on the play. No, there was the flag flew later. Wouldn't be surprised if a false start against the Crimson Tide, and it is. Brings up third and 11 for the Crimson Tide. Here we go. Third and 11. Simpson and shotgun. Incomplete, intended for Williams. Brings up fourth and 11 for the Crimson Tide. Punts in the air by Blake Dowd. Field riding around the Oklahoma 26-yard line, which is where they'll take over. In the third quarter, the score is tied up at 17 apiece. Be right back. Oklahoma takes over 1st and 10. First and 10, Oklahoma at their own 25-yard line. Mateer in shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it off to number 6, who gets about a 5-yard gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Sooners. Officially ruled 2nd and 6 for the Sooners. Here we go, 2nd and 6. Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw it. Incomplete, intended for number 4 of the Sooners. Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Sooners. Hello, Coy Dell, I'm assuming your name is. Third and 6 for the Sooners. Mateer in shotgun. Looking to throw. Incomplete off the hands of number 5 of the Sooners. Brings up 4th and 6 for the Sooners. Most likely a punting situation for the Sooners to start off the second half. So both teams forced to punt on their first drives of the second half. Surprised they didn't call face mask on the Oklahoma offensive line. Punt for the Sooners is in the air. Fielded at the 20-yard line by Ryan Williams. Throw the damn flag. That was a clear late. Okay, finally they throw the damn fucking flag. Correction, that was number 7, Adams, who took the punt return. Going to be a clear late hit out of bounds against the Sooners. Personal foul, late hit out of bounds against the Sooners. And you look at the replay, it was clear and obvious that it was clear hit out of bounds against the Sooners against number 44, Ween. Ween trying to argue he didn't hit him, but he clearly did. And there we are at a commercial break. With the score, Oklahoma 17, Alabama 17. Here we are. Alabama has the ball 1st and 10. Ball at their own 44-yard line. Simpson in shotgun. Tosses it out to Hill. Hill runs it. Has the first down and some. Brought down right around the Oklahoma 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Crimson Tide. Where are those running plays all season? Daniel Hill, who I would argue is the best running back on the team. 1st and 10, Simpson and shotgun. Simpson takes a snap, throws it out. Incomplete, intended for Brooks on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Simpson in shotgun. Looks to throw. Throws it out. Complete for Brooks. Touchdown! Crimson Tide! Perfectly placed pass from Simpson to Brooks on the play results in a touchdown and the first Alabama lead of the game. Extra point is good. With 11:21 left to go in the third quarter to score Alabama 24, Oklahoma 17. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. Kickoff is in the air. Goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball at the Oklahoma 25-yard line. Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw it. Sacked for about a loss of 6 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 16 for the Sooners. Officially ruled 2nd and 15. Mateer in shotgun. Again looking to throw. Again for the second consecutive play. Sacked. This time for a loss of about 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 19 for the Sooners. Help you! Sorry about that. Thank you. Sorry about that. Officially roll 3rd and 22. Mateer and shotgun. Looks to throw it. Completes it to number 6, but it doesn't gain nearly enough for the first down. Brings up 4th down for the Sooners. Officially ruled 4th and 10. Oklahoma in the punting situation. Punt is in the air. Returned by Alabama right around the 35-yard line by number 7, Cole Adams. Brings it to around the Alabama 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Crimson Tide. Midway through the 3rd quarter, to score Alabama 24, Oklahoma 17. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to make a drink. Okay, but it just missed. Something happened on first down, resulting in the 2nd and 10. But then Simpson completes a pass, results in 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Crimson Tide. Sorry about that out there. I made a drink. I really had to pee. Third and 2, Simpson and shotgun. Looks to pass it. Now might look to run it. Throws it out. Complete. No. Incomplete. Intended for Bernard. Flag on the play. Might be a holding against the Crimson Tide. No, holding against the Sooners. Brings up a 1st and 10, Crimson Tide. I'm shocked that it was a holding there, but we'll take it. After the holding, that brings up 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Simpson and shotgun. Hands it off to Bernard. Bernard maybe gains a yard on the play, but it looked more like he gained an inch. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Simpson and shotgun. Throws it out to Brooks. Brooks gains about 5 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Crimson Tide. Can I get my words right there? Third and 5, Simpson and shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to throw. Looks to take it himself. Gets the 1st down and some. Simpson gains about 10 on the play. Brings the 1st and 10, Crimson Tide. Officially ruled at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Crimson Tide. Simpson in shotgun. Throws it out to Cuevas, complete for about a 4-yard gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Crimson Tide. Simpson in shotgun. Simpson in shotgun, takes the snap, looks to throw it. Incomplete off the hands of Edwards. Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Crimson Tide. Simpson looked like he wanted a roughing the passer play, but I agree with the no call on the play there. 3rd and 6, Simpson and shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it off to Miller. Miller gains about a yard, if anything, on the play. Brings up 4th and 5 for the Crimson Tide. Would also be surprised if Connor Tolte turns onto the field to kick the 3-pointer. And they will trot on the field goal unit. Kick is up and it is right down the middle. With 4:30 left to go in the third quarter to score, Alabama 27, Oklahoma 17. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. Well, hello, Mason. I have to Google translate that. Ich bin hier. I'm assuming that's something in German. But I don't really understand any languages other than English and Cajun French. Yes, I'm from the Cajun land, bleh. I'm from the Cajun land, but I love Bama. Kickoff went out of the back of the end zone, brings up 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Ball at their own 25-yard line. Material shotgun. Takes a snap, looks to throw it. Now he's looking to run it. Gain of about 6 on the play brings up 2nd and 4 for the Sooners. 2nd and 3. Mateer in shotgun. Now he looks to change the play. Mateer now he takes the snap, runs it, falls just short of the first down, brings up 3rd and 1 for the Sooners. Third and 1. Mateer in shotgun. Takes a snap, looks it, gets a first down, brings up 1st and 10 for the Sooners. First and 10, Mateer tosses it out to the running back. Gains about 2 on the play. He brings up 2nd and 8 for the Sooners. Second and 7, Mateer in shotgun. Heads off to the running back. Gains about 5 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 2 for the Sooners. Mateer in shotgun. Looking to throw it. Throws it to number 6, gets the first down. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Mateer in shotgun. Takes a snap. Looks to run it. Sacked for a loss about 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 12 for the Sooners. No. Excuse me. That's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. End of the 3rd quarter, the score Alabama 27, Oklahoma 17. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. Going to take another bathroom break. Be back in a minute. Cheers. Here we go. Fourth quarter. Score Alabama up by 10, 27-17. Oklahoma with the ball. Second and 10 coming up for the Sooners. Material and shotgun. Sorry, there's a train in the background. Material and shotgun. Throws it out. Incomplete. Flag flew on the play. Pass interference against the Crimson Tide. Number 18, Hubbard, called for the pass interference. Brings up first and 10 for the Sooners. First and 10 Sooners. My thoughts. I think we played better since the end of the first quarter, but we need to hold off the Sooners here. Otherwise, everything will implode. Here we go. First and 10 from the Sooners 38-yard line. Material and shotgun. Looks to throw it. Completes it. Number 4 of the Sooners. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That's exactly what we did not need to start the fourth quarter. Extra point is good. With 14:45 left to go in the fourth quarter, to score Alabama 27, Oklahoma 24. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. Well, thank you, Floppy Llama. Kickoff is in the air. Fair call at the 5-yard line. We'll bring it up to the Alabama 25-yard line. First and 10, Crimson Tide. First and 10. Simpson and shotgun. Hands it off to Miller. Miller only gains a yard on the play. Brings up second and 9 for the Crimson Tide. Second and 9, Simpson and shotgun. Takes a snap. Simpson throws it deep. Completes it for Horton. Way deep on the other side of the field. First and 10, Crimson Tide. And then Oklahoma actually got away with a holding. First and 10, Simpson and shotgun. Hands it off to Miller. Miller, loss of a yard on the play, brings up second and 11 for the Crimson Tide. Officially rolled second and 10. Simpson and shotgun. Tossed it off to Miller. Miller, loss of a yard on the play, brings up brings up third and 12 for the Crimson Tide. Am I ready for winter break? Yeah. Injured player down on the field, or is that a Oklahoma player refusing to get off the player? Third and 11 officially ruled. Simpson and shotgun. Takes a snap, looks to throw. Sacked. Way back at the 50-yard line. Alabama forced to punt. Thank you very much for tuning in, Floppy Alano. You too. Have a very Merry Christmas. Punt goes out of bounds right around the 8-yard line. First and 10, Sooners. Here we are. Back for commercial break. Crucial drive for the Alabama defense. Of course, winner of this game goes on to play Indiana in the second round. Here we are, 1st and 10 from the Oklahoma 7-yard line. Mateer in shotgun. Immediately swallowed up in the backfield by the Bama defense. 2nd and 10 for the Sooners. Officially ruled 2nd and 9 for the Sooners. Second and 9, Mateer in shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to the running back. Running back number 6. Gain of about 3 on the play. Maybe 4. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Sooners. Third and 5, Mateer in shotgun. Flag flies before the snap can even be called. False start against the Sooners. Apparently, they said the clap happened to confuse the Alabama defense, which resulted in a false start. Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Sooners. 3rd and 9, Mateer in shotgun. Mateer looks to throw, batted down at the line. Brings up 4th and 9 for the Sooners. And now here's crunch time. Do the Sooners look to go for it down by 3? Or do they punt it and trust their defense? And it looks like the Sooners would like to punt. Punt is in the air. Oh, terrible punt. Returned by whoever number 5 of the defense is. Brings it to about the 25-yard line of Bama, which will bring up 1st and 10 when the commercial break returns. With 9:20 left to go in the 4th quarter, the score Alabama 27, Oklahoma 24. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. First and 10 from the Alabama 35-yard line. Simpson in under center. Hands it off to whoever number 1 is. Gains up about 6 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 4 for the Crimson Tide. Correction, that was number 4, Heel, not number 1. Second and 4. Simpson and shotgun. Hands it off. No. Fakes a handoff. Throws it to Bernard. Bernard makes a catch. Down at the 5-yard line. Brings up 1st and goal for the Crimson Tide. Would not be surprised if they review it, but for now, it's a 1st and goal for the Crimson Tide. Bernard catches it. Takes about 3 steps. Comes down And then after he got up was when he lost the possession. Good call by the ref. First and goal, Simpson in shotgun. Hands it off to Hill. Hill maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, brings up second and goal for the Crimson Tide. And again, there's another train coming through, so I apologize if you hear a train horn coming through. Second and goal. Somebody called a timeout. It was Alabama. First timeout of the half for the Crimson Tide. With 7:30 left to go in the fourth quarter, the score Alabama 27, Oklahoma 24. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. Here we are back for commercial break. Alabama has the ball, second down and goal. 7:30 left to go in the fourth quarter to score Alabama 27, Oklahoma 24. Second and goal here to go. Would not be surprised if they either run it with Hill or if they make a run for Simpson. Second and goal, Simpson in shotgun. Hands it off to Hill. Hill gets in, touchdown, Crimson Tide. Extra point is good. With 7:24 left to go in the fourth quarter, the score Alabama 34, Oklahoma 24. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. Apparently, the kickoff went through the back in the end zone. 1st and 10, Oklahoma. Mateer in shotgun. Mateer looking to throw. Almost gets sacked from behind, but the ball gets batted by number 31. Incomplete. Keeley almost intercepted the ball, but it falls to the ground. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Sooners. Second and 10, Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw it. Throws out number 4. Completes it. Gains about 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7 for the Crimsons, for the Sooners. And now number 4, the Sooners is going to come off flipping on the field. Third and 8, Mateer in shotgun. You have to expect it's 4th down. It's 4th down territory for the Sooners. 3rd and 8, Mateer in shotgun. Mateer looks to throw. Gets sacked on the play for a loss of about 6 on the play. Brings up 4th and 14 for the Sooners. You have to assume this late into the fourth quarter, down by 2 scores. This is 4th down for the Sooners. Failure to convert here for the Sooners might mean ball game. Sooners punt. Don't know why they punted. Cole Adams returns it. Flag flew on the return there. I'm assuming this is late hit out of bounds against the Sooners. DeBoer looks confused, however. Holding against the Crimson Tide on the return. Doesn't matter, however. It's gonna still be Alabama possession. 5:54 left to go in the ball game. The score: Alabama 34, Oklahoma 24. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. Gonna take a potty break real quick. Be back before the commercial break. First and 10, Crimson Tide. Ball at their own 30-yard line. Simpson on the center. Hands it off to Hill. Hill gains about 2 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Crimson Tide. Oklahoma takes its first time out of the second half. Second and 8. Simpson in shotgun. Now moves under center. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Hill. Hill. Gain of about 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Crimson Tide. Of course, the winner of this game moves on to play Indiana, led by Fernando Mendoza, who won the Heisman. Third and 5. Oklahoma took its second timeout during the intermission. They're down to 1 timeout remaining. Third and 5 for the Crimson Tide. Simpson in shotgun. Takes a snap, looks to throw. Going to be sacked for a huge loss, about 10 on the play. Brings up 4th and 15 for the Crimson Tide. Down on the punt. Punt is in the air. Covered by Oklahoma right around their own 37-yard line. First and 10 for the Sooners. Oklahoma takes over with 5 minutes left to go, down by 10. You have to assume if Oklahoma scores, they might go for an onside kick. First and 10 for Oklahoma, ball at their own 38-yard line. Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw it. Throws it deep, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Sooners. Second and 10, Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw it. Completes it to number 12. Gain of about 5 on the play. Brings it 3rd and 5 for the Sooners. Mateer takes a snap. Throws to number 5. Fumbles it. Alabama recovers! First down, Crimson Tide! Call of return, 4th and 5 for the Sooners. You have to assume that if the Sooners don't get the first down here, ball game is over. 4th and 5, Mateer in shotgun. Looking to throw it, has all day to throw it. Throws it, completes it to number 11. Gets it around the 19-yard line of the Alabama Crimson Tide. 1st and 10 Sooners. Mateer in shotgun, looks to throw it. Completes it. Number 6 gets about 4 yards on the play. Brings us 2nd and 6 for the Sooners. Second and 6, Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw it. Gets sacked for a loss of about 3 on the play. Brings us 2nd and 9 for the Sooners. Clock's just down to about 3 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 9. Mateer in shotgun. Play whistle dead. Second charge timeout, Crimson Tide. With 3:02 left to go in the 4th quarter, the score Alabama 34, Oklahoma 24. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. Here we are, 3rd and 9. Mateer in shotgun. Mateer looks to throw. Throws it out of bounds. Now you have a decision to make. If you're Brent Venables, head coach of the Sooners, do you kick it, bring it to within a touchdown of tying the game, or do you go aggressive? Sooners going to attempt the field goal. Oh, no! He missed the field goal! And that look on the Oklahoma fan. we are still the we are still the evil empire of the college football playoff. With 2:53 left to go in the fourth quarter to score Alabama 34, Oklahoma 24. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. First and 10, Simpson in the shotgun. Takes the snap, pants it off the heel. Heel gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Oklahoma takes its last time out of the half. Simpson under center. Hands it off to Hill. Hill finds himself getting met up for a loss about 4 of the play. Brings it 3rd and 14 for the Crimson Tide. Fourth down for the Crimson Tide. With 1:57 left to go in the fourth quarter to score Alabama 34, Oklahoma 24. Make some noise for Bama Crimson Tide. I'm going to make a drink. Be back at the resumption of the game. First and 10. Mateer in shotgun. Looks to throw it. Completion to his tight end. Gains about 6 yards on the play. And out of Browns brings up 2nd and 4 for the Sooners. Mateer in shotgun. Forced out of bounds at around the 39-yard line. Brings up 1st and 10 from the Sooners. Oklahoma moves to the field goal range. Brings up 2nd down for the Sooners. Third and 5. Looks like they're already putting out on the field goal unit for the Sooners. Ha 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 ha. In the words of Gunther, we made you tap out like a little bitch. Makes it. Oh, he missed it short. Ha 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 ha. Alabama made Oklahoma tap out like a little bitch. Alabama kneels down the ball. Your final score of the first round playoff game. Your score: Alabama 34, Oklahoma 24. Make some noise for your Bama Crimson Tide. And Alabama's going to be on to the second round to take on the Indiana Hoosiers. Thank you very much for tuning in to this college football playoff stream. I'll see y'all on New Year's Day night for Indiana versus Alabama. Thank you very much for tuning in. Final score is official: Alabama 34, Oklahoma 24. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see y'all for New Year's night.